Hey everybody, it's Dr. Conley. I wanted to offer you some final comments on Ricky's case. Um, Please be sure to read each other's posts. There was, different opinions, different ways of approaching this that you guys came up with. Um, the real key to the case, it turns out, is that compliance with treatment, quote unquote, is something that's determined by the clinician. Um, there may be cases where we are, maintaining people for probation where it's extremely rigid, high risk offenders, et cetera, et cetera. In his case, given that there's a pre-existing relationship with a probation officer, that there's some leeway here, we could approach the case, legalistically. We need to keep him there. I think Emily Chevy came up with ways to do that with the billing structure. But clinically, we need to meet him where he is. I think one or two of you said emotionally relapsing. He's what Melmus calls the emotional relapse. He's full of anxiety, he's full of fear, and he's not thinking right. He's thinking of doing something wrong to get out of doing something wrong, and that's not a good place to be, and it does precede a relapse. If his stress and anxiety gets too high, maybe he will seek the relief from the drugs that he was using before. Keep in mind, though, historically, he was a pretty straight shooter. It's a guy who played by the rules. He got into the trades, he got into a union, he's got a family, he doesn't want to be like his father. By the way, we can unpack that later. I think this crisis and stress has brought up a clinical opportunity to take a look at what he means by that. So what was up with your dad? What is what are you trying to, besides being not dad, what are you trying to be? And, he seems to want to do the right thing. So, but I can see, having worked in the criminal justice system myself, some clients walk in the door and say, I need help. And you go, okay. And they go, here's what you're going to do. It's like, no, we can't work that way. So, be aware of that. So good job with this case. We will move on into the next module. That's open and running now. I will continue to check in, and as you know, I'm just a few clicks away. Anything comes up.